What is up, people, and welcome back to the channel. So today we are on the R1 Turbo chassis seat mounts. So I'm going to do these so there is threaded inserts inside the box section on the floor. Yeah, I could have put plates and put nuts and bolts. I'm going to do threaded inserts. I think it's just a little bit neater, but strength wise it's not going to be that much difference. A corner plate with a nut and bolt going through it would have sufficed, you know what I mean? So I'll show you where I got to. I haven't done much honest. Right, so we cut 2 bars to length across the floor. We bolted the chassis down, and now basically what we've got is the seat mounts that I'm using. Yeah, we have taken some marks. So this is where the rail, this needed to be once the seat was in. Yeah. So then I've marked the centre points like that. Then I've taken this measurement across here and positioned it. It's that one there, not this one, that one. So then this rail seat bracket, will sit there. So we are on level with that box. Yeah. So all I've done is mark the 2 holes for now, roughly. So from this hole to this hole is 250mm centres, right? So what I've done is I've squared these bars up with the back of there and then gone on 250mm centres. So from one side to that side, 250mm. And we are nice and square and true. So what we want to do is we want to get this one done first. So we are going to set these up in the milling machine. From that line to the start of the hole, there is 10mm. Now this slot takes an 8mm bolt. Yeah. So 14mm from this edge. So 14mm from our line is where the first hole is going to be. Centre of this 25mm box section, and we're going to drill all the way through M8 because we're using 8mm M8 fixings. So 8mm all the way through on both. Then we are going to flip it over and open the other side up to a 16mm. Then we're going to chop some 16mm bungs on the saw, put them in the lathe, bore them, drill them out, tap them, insert them, TIG weld them in. Then we're going to drop these bars in situ, put that one in, put the seat in with this rail in, and then mark out our second ones. Because these rails, you'll see on some of the seats, the sides aren't square with the base. They lean in, lean out, and we don't want to put the seat under any due torsion, yeah? So I want to make this to fit that seat. You get me? So what we're going to do first, I hope everyone understands that basically. Measurements, 250 centres, 10mm. It's an M8 fixing, so half of an M8, 4mm, so 14mm. Because I'm having it so the bolt is right on the inside here. Yeah, because it's never going to go any further out because that's an XL seat. Yeah, but it can then come in. Do you know what I mean? So I don't need it to be all the way over there or in the middle. I want it on this edge, and then we're going to use nice big penny washers anyway. If you wanted to use the centre of that hole's 15mm long. So you just move it along a bit more. So we're going to put these in the mill, drill square through both of them, flip them over, 16mm, make a bung, bash it in, bish, bash, bash. Right, let's get that done, shall we? Right, so I just want to show you how I've been doing these. So we've got hole. So I set my vice up central to this. So basically the way I do that, it is a bit of a cheat, to be honest. I've got a ruler. And where's my thing gone? I've literally just done with the blooming thing. Here it is, right in front of my eyes. I use one of these. This is a spring-loaded centre for a tap. And I put this in my chuck. And I dangle it here. And I put my ruler against my back of the vise. And I just dangle it to move the X and Y until I get it to the measurement I want. Anyway, that's just the way I do that. Then I've drilled through with an 8mm. And I pull up against a stop. So once I set my first dimensions to where I want it to be, a couple of 1, 2, 3 blocks, clamp. So then I've got my repetition. So I drilled both the M8s all the way through, flipped it over, 16mm. And we're only doing these ones for now. These ones will come in a bit. Right then, I've cut the 16mm as well. On here. So we've got to do is face them. Face, chamfer the 1 for weld prep, and then drill and tap to a M8. Bish bash bosh. That'll do. So what I've done there is I'll show you my bungs I've made. So these are just 16mm, drilled, tapped, slight weld prep, and then they're just tigged in. Nothing fancy, just yeah, tigged around, but it's more important to keep them flat, which is why I weld prepped them with the counterbore sink thing, because that's going to be where the aluminium floor skin sits, see? And they're alright in look, pulled down. So that's the two. Oh, let me do what's going on here. Okay, now we're miles in there, aren't we? And I've got the other two here for the other end. So once they've cooled down, we'll throw them in position, throw that on, throw the seat in, and then work out where our next one's going to be. Right, as you can see, we've got two captive, drilled, tapped, central, and that ain't going to come out of there. So now what we need to do is put these back in the chassis where they belong, which they are a nice tight fit. So one-handed probably ain't the easiest way to do this. So basically what I'm going to do is stroof. Get over. Anyway, I'm going to get that in there. I'm going to put that bolted down on there, and then I'm going to throw the seat in. So now that's on. We set at 250 centres. We are where I want to be along that backbone. So we are level all the way, nice and tight. But we have got like 10mm of adjustment this way if we need it. So now what I'm going to do is lift the chair in so we can mark these ones. Alright, knock the broom over. So I'll pop this in here. This seat's massive. My mate is basically the same size as me. And he's got an XL seat. I don't know. I'll get some bolts for the seat. There we go. And I wanted the top here. And I think it was the second one up. I think it was the second one up. At least with these seat mounts, it can be fully adjustable instead of me making. I did start to make some, but I've got the adjustability now using these rails. These are rails that I use quite a bit on my cars. That's that. No. I think about a square somewhere. Yeah. What is that? A square. What am I? I'm missing. What am I missing? Why is that rocking? No, your mind goes fucking blank. Trying to. It's like the holes in the seat aren't level. It's very strange. It's very strange. Just get the markings done for next. Yeah. And we'll reassess that once I've got the seat out. Yeah. As to why we're rocking. It's about 3 mil. It's either the seat or the rails, but I've matched the rails, so it's not the rails. So this seat, the 4 holes must be drilled out of square. How random's that? It's not a big issue, but it's... Yeah, it would have been nice if it was right. Do you know what I mean? Because I'm a bit of a bagger for liking things to be right. Now I'm going to do, because we've put those holes on the inside, it allows me, look at all this adjustment. Yeah? Now that way I can square up this front end. Square. We're where we need to be. So now I want to bring this forward so I can get onto my 3rd hole. Go slightly out. on our third hole setting. So that is, I think I've got too far. I think I did, yeah. So that's third hole setting. Once that's there, I'm going to be too far off there, people. Right then, so what I'm going to do now is mark underneath, do the maths again, drill this bar, M8 straight through, 16 mil on the other side, sounds like I did earlier, on the mill, put the plugs in, tig them in, try again. God, Jesus, in, out, in, out, in, out. This is my second jig, just to move the point. 1, 2, 3s on the end, and this is what I've been using to chamfer them. So yeah, then I'll just put the end strip there. Bring it over to here. And one of these goes in there. They are a tight fit, but you know that's the way you want them, really, isn't it? Where's my tapometer? Got a knocking stick. There we go. And that is still got to be pulled up yet, and then that'll level off a little bit, yeah. Yeah, and it'll pull up tight. Get the other one in, weld it up. I've got to clean the steel around first, give it a wipe, and I'll get this one in. I think this seat has got a malfunction. I don't think the holes in the actual seat are in line. See why it was rocking? Because no matter what I did, I couldn't get the seat. I had the bars square and the rails square, and the seat was on the piss. Somebody's at my front door. So I think there's a bit of a discrepancy on this seat. So now the seat's out, I'm going to measure the holes and some distances to what's going on, and then I'll compare it to the one over there. But I think that seat's got a bit of a discrepancy. That's why I couldn't get it to sit square. Now, it was a little rocking. How could it be rocking when it's sitting on a chassis table? You know what I mean? And these, the two rails are identical. I've had bolts through them. Perfect match. So it's got to be the seat, and it's brand new. Well, I say it's brand new. It's now out of date, but it's never been used. Put in a car for mock-up, and that was it. Never got used. So the seat's never been in a bump. But there's something wrong with it. Right. Right. So, bars, that one is tacked in, yeah? This one is still free moving. So, I have double checked every dimension here. Everything is square, true. Everything is right. I've checked, double checked, and everything. Even to the point, you know, the slotted holes from the back of the chassis there. This end hole is, it's like 60. It's like 621. This one is, you can't really see, can you? But it's 620 and a half. So everything here is square, true, even this way. So we know now that once I've tacked this one in, all of this is true and square. We've still got the adjustment in the holes to allow for the shape of the seat. So when we come to put that seat in, if it doesn't fit, it's the seat, not what I'm doing, right? So I'll clarify that, because everything here is true and square. So yeah, just before I go any further. So what I'm going to do now is tack that in, and then try to seat back in before anything gets fully welded, just for peace of mind. But I think this is right and the seat is wrong. I'm getting a bit hungry. Get in there. Get back up. Ready. Go. Go. Don't need them. Put the bolts in. So in the back was one hole up. Then you hate that you can't find the hole. There we go. I think this might need to come down a bit yet, but that's just for fine adjustments, isn't it? Is it the top hole? Or was it one down? I think it was one down. It was one up and one down, I think. So that one in there. Round the other side, round to that side. The seat's looking rather square, do you see? You should see where we are on this side. First, you just one down. Well, that one's gone right in. Where's the back one though? Ah, this back hole. Those two have gone straight in. That one's gone straight in. This back hole isn't anywhere near the hole, which is why we were rocking. And this back one here is nearly at bottom level. Have a look. We need to tighten anything up more over this side. We've got a little bit of rock, but we ain't got much. That isn't virtually anything, is it? Should still be free enough to slide about. So yeah, I think there's definitely a problem with this seat, because this hole, it's like half a hole off. Well, I know the rails are good because I tested them, but I've really got to pressure the seat to get it together. But the seat is bang on square. It's level, but I've got to twist it to get it to go into the hole. Like a lot twist. Yeah, this ain't gonna go. Like that is, it's way off. So that's the problem. This seat bolt hole is in the wrong place. But at least I know now it's not nothing I'm doing. Right? Even though it's still a bit loose. Let me show you. So this side, we are 1 down, 3 down, and we are square. I'm not looking at the red cushion. I'm looking there and there on the black. Yeah, the red cushion sort of doesn't really give you a very accurate reading. But we're level. We're straight. That one's in. This one, look, it is. I don't know if you're going to see. You see just there? I'm pushing the seat right over and it still ain't coming up. And that's literally proper twisting up the seat. So what I need to do is take the seat out and measure those holes. Say from that hole to the corner there on both sides. It could be the other side is high, but I think we need to address it because the seat looks level there. Right, well anyway, those are the rails for now. I'm going to take the seat back out, do some more investigation, and then we need to put a diagonal in of some sort. Yeah? So, going to leave that one here because we're getting a bit long again. I don't want to be doing longer videos. we'll come back tomorrow. We're going to take the seat out, investigate the seat, compare it to this one I've got here, which to be honest, I've never used. I've literally only just taken it off my mate for a spare. And then we shall start the triangle, because we've got to put the fixing in for the center spine. You know, the fifth one on the harness. Right, thanks for watching. I'm going to get these nice quick videos out, and I'll catch you in the next one. See you later, people.